Years from now, current high school seniors will reflect on their respective final football seasons and remember the great Thanksgiving Day tradition. Memories will flow while friends and former teammates talk about that play everyone remembers. It's not only the final score of the game itself that will be discussed, but the events before and after the game will be vivid in their memory. The truth may be stretched a bit, but the stories will become legendary. Recalling and reliving Thanksgiving football traditions becomes a rite of passage for, fortunately, everyone this year, and traditions do continue here on Thanksgiving morning in the year 2021. In the 102nd Annual Turkey Day Classic between the Bartlett High Indians of Webster and the Southbridge High Pioneers. Ted Avalos with you high above the 50-yard line here and ready to bring you all a terrific play-by-play of today's contest between the Indians and the Pioneers. And joining me in the booth, as usual, is Coach Ed Kunkel. And Coach, tradition continues here once again in 2021. The Indians and the Pioneers. It's an historic event, and we're looking forward to a great ball game here today.
It's always historic. It's a great rivalry that dates back, as you said, years and years. Some people have it as the 101st game. T&G has it at 98, but it doesn't matter to the kids that are on the field today. They're excited. Their parents are excited. Their fans are excited. It's the green versus the red, and it's always a great tradition to show up here on Thanksgiving Day, and hopefully we're going to have a very good competitive game. Records aside, these kids are playing one game, one scheduled game, and this is the biggest game on their schedule.
Right now, we're being asked to pause as we have the playing of our national anthem.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's fresh glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Outstanding. Bartlett High School cheerleader. Very good, very good. Nice going. Great job.
Okay, and we are ready for football action here. Ted Avalos, Ed Kunkel, Nico on the camera. The A-team is in the house for our annual Turkey Day Classic here on a crisp morning in Webster. Temperature right around 41 degrees to start the ball game here tonight. Partly cloudy out here. We might see the sun break through later on, but right now it's perfect football weather for these two teams.
Just want to mention the head coach is on the sidelines today. His first year coach from Bartlett High School, Mike Harpin, and the Dean of the Deans from the Southbridge Pioneers, Tony Santelli, assistant, and Frank Cumanellis, head coach. Two gentlemen, proud gentlemen, good football people.
Indians to kick it off. They'll be going right to left across your TV screen. End over end, lands at about the 25. Picked up there around the 23. That's Olivo. Gets it up near the 34-yard line, and that's where the Pioneers will put it in play. 1st and 10.
I got Olivo, number 11, one of the key players to watch today. He's an excellent receiver.
Yeah.
And the Pioneers have quarterback Blake Andrews, who's thrown for a couple of TDs this year. Frank Kumanelis, they usually come out in a power I formation, maybe a pro I with a split and a tight end.
Let's see how he comes right out in that
Looks like a
power I
formation to the right.
That's an old Kumanelis formation. He loves to run this on Turkey Day. That was Miranda, the ball carrier, but he's stuffed.
Oh, what a job by number 85, Emmanuel Pierre. And number 60 as well, Jacob Greenwood. Boys really got in there nice that time. On defense as well is going to be number 53, Azadel Frimpong. He's going to be heard from this morning, no question about that.
Pioneers lined it up again out of that pro-I formation. They got double wideouts. 2nd down, 10. And it's a handoff Miranda left side. Little running room. Gets it up near the 40. A pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd down.
Tackled on a play by number 35 for the Indians and 51, Elijah Rudolph, and number 35, Bryce Patterson. Bryce is one of the senior captains. Had a tough beginning this year, broken wrist, but boy, he's bounced back the last couple of games. Saw him run a couple of beautiful plays from his formations. He's a player and an outstanding young man. That's Bryce Patterson, 35.
All right, they're running now out of the gun. They got a slot out to the left. Gonzalez split out wide here to the right with motion. Pitch to the motion back.
Gonna get the
He's
side,
looking to turn the corner, 45-50, 45-40, 35, and knocked out of bounds near the 30.
Okay, this is a sweep on the right side. No contain. Belichick's nemesis. If you gotta contain from the outside in. That time our defensive end went inside, and number 11, he got put on the Jets for a nice big game for the Pioneers.
Yeah, number 11, Olivo.
Yeah.
Picks up the first down on a 30-yard carry. 1st and 10, Pioneers at the Indians' 30-yard line. They're going to work out of the shotgun again. Again, slot out to the left. Gonzalez split out here to the right with Olivo in motion. They fake the pitch, give it to Miranda. He's hit, bounces off several, and is finally gang tackled back at the 32.
Nice tackle by number 53, Azadel Frimpong. Emmanuel Pierre had a shot at him, but he didn't realize he had the ball. But he was in the backfield as well. When in doubt, tackle anybody. He gave a good effort.
2nd down, a dozen. Now they line up, slot out here to the right.
Blake Andrews, the quarterback.
Olivo in motion. He's going to take the pitch. He's going to try to turn the corner. He does turn it at the 30 and knocked out of bounds when a late flag comes down.
Boy, I guess it was late.
Way back here in the backfield. Olivo got it down inside the 25-yard line, but let's see if this is not coming back.
You coach. And what you're coaching on a tackle is you got to outside in. Every runner wants to get to the outside. You can't take the inside fake. You got to come on the outside. The outside leg is your target. What happened there, that gain was negated by a late flag. Fortunately for Bartlett, went against Southbridge. But that's 2 sweeps by the Pioneers. Both sides, no contain. Got to contain it.
So we're going to mark it at the 44-yard line. They need to get to the 20. 2nd down and 24. They work out of that offset eye now. And it's a pitch. This is Olivo. Again, trying to turn a corner. A good play.
Nice tackle by number 23, Sean Baca. Came across. That's a good tackle right there. he wasn't letting go. He hit and he wrapped.
There's a loss of 2 on the play.
Yeah.
So with the penalty and a couple of run losses, Pioneers are back now on their Bartlett 46-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd down and 26. Gonzalez, Oliveira split out here. We had all kinds of movement. I didn't see a flag. Spreads out here to Miranda at the 40, 35, and he's brought down.
Good tackle.
Here to 34.
Good tackle in the open field by Chris Adjay. He didn't take the fake. He stayed right with the runner. And you don't have to get fancy on the tackles in the open field. You hit, you wrap, you take them down.
So they picked up about a dozen. They got almost half of the yardage they need for a first down.
Yep.
It's going to be 4th down. 4th down and 14 at the 34-yard line. And with that, the Pioneers are going to call their first timeout.
Well, in the first series, Southbridge is showing that they can move the ball, but a big penalty right there moved them back. 2 sweeps, picked up big yardage. And but the Indians, they're coming up better with the tackles. We missed a couple of tackles on the sweep, but we're getting adjusted to this game speed. It's always new. It's not practice. It's not practice. When you get into the game, you got to crank it up a couple notches. It's game speed. You got to adjust to that speed.
7:52 left to go here in the first quarter. Pioneers still on their initial drive, but they're facing a 4th down now. 4th down and 14 at the Bartlett 34-yard line as they break the sideline. They'll line up right over the ball.
Favorite receiver is number 87, Lucas Andrews, big tight end on the left. Good sides. Boy, he's really split out. Is he off the field? Yeah.
Trips out here to the right. He's looking over the middle, looking for his man, and it's incomplete. Looking for Olivo. Good coverage by the Indians.
Good coverage. Double team out there. Mabacca was number 32. He got back from his linebacker position. He got out there and he defended well. Very good coverage.
So the Indians are going to take it over on downs. 1st and 10 with 7:47 left to go here in the first quarter. No score. Indians on their first drive of the football game. They'll line it up. They got Barker out here to the left.
Michael Carantang, good quarterback. He throws it well.
Out of the pistol, he's going to hand it off.
Bryce Patterson. This is Patterson. He go all the way. Bryce Patterson, the senior and captain. It's in the bank. It's in the bank. First play for the line of scrimmage. He was ready for a big game today, and he started off tremendous. Good speed, good player, great kid. Couldn't have happened to a nicer boy. Nice touchdown by Brass.
66 yards.
Yeah.
On the first offensive play of the morning for the Indians. And Patterson takes it to the house. And the Indians go up 6-0.
Got to be something said about runners keeping your legs going. He never stopped driving. Going for the deuce. Flag. It's going to be against Southbridge. Going to get him closer. Was that 66 yards, Ted?
Yep.
Half the distance to the goal line. Walker's now at the 1.5.
So they'll line up. Double wideouts. Barker to the left. Cologne to the right. Out of the pistol. And another flag. And that's going to be 5 yards against the Indians now.
Got to settle down. Settle down. Wait for the count. Wait for the count. Getting a good balanced stance. Wait for the count. Don't get over anxious down there.
So that'll move it back to about the 6, between the 6 and the 7.
At the 6-yard line.
And we'll try it again. Carantang will take the snap. He's got Patterson to his left. He gives it to him. He heads to the right side, but he's going to be stopped short. And the 2-point conversion fails. But with 7:32 left to go here in the first quarter, the score is the Bartlett High Indians 6 and the Southbridge High Pioneers nothing.
Nice opening play again by Bryce Patterson off the left guard. There wasn't much of a hole. Kept his legs going. Came out big for a 66-yard touchdown to open up the scoring for the Bartlett Indians in the first period. 7:32 to go.
So an explosive start here for Bartlett on the first offensive series as they take the opening play, and Patterson breaks it for 66. And that's got the Indian bench fired up.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we got 12. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay.
This is Baca to kick it off. A little short spiral. It's knocked around. Going to be picked up by Miranda at the 30. Bowls his way up to the 39. And that's where the Pioneers will put it in play. 1st and 10. Now trailing 6-0.
Nice run back by Miranda. Tough runner, number 7.
For the Pioneers for their second offensive series of the morning. We'll take it over.
On about the 39-yard line of the Pioneers.
Andrews
Flanked way out, number 14. He looks like he's...
on the sideline. He's not even in the play.
It's the second time he's done that.
This is Olivo. Juggle a handoff, but he gathers it. Now turns the corner. 45-50. And he's going to be stepped out of bounds close to that first down marker.
There's that sweep. No contain. You got to contain outside in. You can't come inside. Every running back wants to get outside. You got to train yourself, discipline yourself. You got to go outside in. Turn it in. Wait for those inside backers to get there.
They're going to mark him short at the 49-yard line. He needed to get to the 50. So it's going to be a 2nd down and less than 1 out of the eye now. Andrews barking signals. He's got Miranda in the fullback, and we had movement. The split end out here.
Yeah.
With a little hitch in his giddy up, and that's going to cost the Pioneers 5 yards.
Offensive coordinators go ape over those things. Jesus, boy, they got a nice pickup on 1st down. Now we're moving back 5. When you split out like 88 is, you can't hide it from the official. You're right in front of him.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Double wideouts again. Oliveira to the left. Gonzalez here to the right. Out of the eye. Andrews, Miranda, Olivo. He gives it to the first back. That's Miranda, and he bowls his way up to midfield.
Yeah, Miranda is tough. That's a 1st down.
Yep. Got 5 and a 1st down. Good.
We're going to call it.
So 1st and 10. Pioneers.
Yeah.
At the
Thank you. Yeah.
Indians 49-yard line. Again, double wideouts. This is the offset eye now. Andrews lining up behind center. And we got an offside is going to be called against the Indians. So some mistakes on both sides right now early in the game. 6:41 left to go here, first quarter. Indians up 6-0, but the Pioneers got a little drive going here. 1st and 5 at the Bartlett 44.
1st and 5.
Pitch. Olivo wants to turn the corner. He finds it at the 40. Head down and knocked out of bounds at about the 37. That's going to be good for 7 yards, then a first down.
Number 2, Chris Agee, he was fighting to get outside. He had 2 people on him, and one, number 7, was holding him. I thought there was a holding on that penalty. He couldn't get out there. He was trying to get out there, but I believe he was being held right in front of the official. But that's the way it goes. All right, number 14 out there for the Pioneers. He's out there wide.
This is Andrews. First back through Miranda, right up the gut to the 31, where he picked up about 6.
Yeah.
You know Coach Kumanellis loves his power football.
Yeah, he's got a back today that can run it. That's number 7. He's going to keep pounding that kid out there.
2nd down, 4.
He's picking up 5-6 yards a crack.
Again, Olivo out to the left. I'm sorry, Oliveira to the left, Gonzalez to the right, out of the eye. Again, Miranda drops the football, and the Pioneers fall on it.
Yeah.
That ball was loose, but they're going to mark it at the 29. They actually picked up a couple. So it's going to be 3rd down now, 3rd and about 2 for the Pioneers. Clock running under 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Andrews with the call from the sideline. Again, double wideouts, Oliveira, Gonzalez. Out of the eye. Andrews, the pitch, Olivo. He's got room, breaks it outside. Patterson's got a hold of him, and he's going to be brought down, but I think he's got enough for the first.
That was a first down.
He got the first down. Southbridge moving the ball with the running game.
So the Pioneers continue the drive. 1st and 10 at the Bartlett 26.
1st and 10, Southbridge.
Pioneers break the huddle. They've been successful with this little setup right here. Double wide outside formation. Andrews, Miranda, stop, bounces off with room. Up the gut. He could go. He's tripped up, but not till he's in the end zone for a 26-yard touchdown.
Miranda.
They had him stopped at the line of scrimmage, but he bounced right off. He's a tough runner.
He sure is.
And the Pioneers tie the game up, and now will look to take the lead.
Moran's the type of back. One guy's not going to have a tough time taking him down. They got to gang tackle him.
Yeah.
They really got to zero in on him. He's the bread and butter man back there.
Gonzalez now is going to split out to the left. Again, Andrews is going to offset that eye to the left. Wing back out here to the right. And it's Miranda looking for room. Not much there. Blow the whistle. He's stopped. Finally. And the 2-point conversion fails, so with 3:48 left to go here in the first quarter, the score is Bartlett High Indians 6 and the Southbridge High Pioneers 6.
Well, we got a game, no question about it. We got a good game out there. But the Pioneers, even with all their penalties in their first drive, showed that they could rush the football. As you said, Coach Kumanelis loves his power football, and he's got this number 7. I picked up his number on a kick return where he plowed down 2 Bartlett kids who had real good shots at him. He's tough, he's stocky, he's tough runner, and he's going to carry the load here this morning. No question about it, for the Pioneers. But they failed on the two-point conversion, as Bartlett did, so he's tied up at 6 with 3:48 left to go in the first period. A lot of activity out there, Ted.
Yeah, it's been an exciting first quarter here.
Yeah.
A 101 years they've been playing this football contest. The Pioneers do have the lead in the series. I have them at 54, 45, and 2.
I have them at 54, 42, and 2.
Now, 54, 45, and I'm counting the last one that we just played because of COVID. All right, scrambled around.
Hold on to the ball.
Picked up, 21-yard line.
Tuck the ball.
Malone still on his feet to the 35, and a late flag goes down as they mark him, whistle him down, and we've got a holding penalty, it looks like, against the green and white. So that'll push him back 10.
Nice run back.
Yeah.
You know, he's tough to handle, one of those bouncing things off the ground. Jay Whitney, number 55, in for the Indians.
Yep, playing left guard.
Karen Tang, number 11, is the QB. Behind him is Chris A.G. He can run. He's a good runner.
He's got to spread out here. He's got to slot out here to the left. And he's going to hand it right off. Ball's loose on the ground. The Pioneers recover.
Ben Carrington put it on the ground after a pickup of 4 yards.
So they picked up 4.
Thank you for your service.
But on the turnover, the Pioneers get the ball right back, and the Indians are back on D here with 3:31 left to go in the first quarter.
Fundamentals, Ted. Just got to go through fundamentals. You're carrying that football. You can't have any air exposed. You got to keep it tucked in and tucked in tight. Nothing more important than hold on to that football.
Okay, now we've got Miranda in a tailback position, and number 4, Nieves.
Yep. Guess who's going to get it?
And out of that power eye, we got a timeout being called Pioneers. So they didn't find something wrong with that setup, and the Pioneers are going to call a timeout. 3:31 left to go here, first period.
Indians back on defense. Southbridge, excellent field position. Coach Kumanellis questions the down and distance. And he wants an explanation. And he'll get it. He deserves it. We got to get sharper on defense. Can't turn the ball over. Well, we got to play defense here. Coach is going to tell you, number 7, somebody got to zero in on him, the inside linebackers especially.
All right, Pioneers break the sideline. Line right up over the football. We'll check this out. Again, they're going to go with that power eye. Now they shift to the left with the ball on the right hash. Nieves, Miranda behind him, and he just follows his blockers down near the 25-yard line, where he picked up about 6 solid yards.
Nice tackle and hustle by Azdale Frimpong. He came across from his defensive tackle position and made that tackle. But I see one of our linebackers, they're trying to tackle at number 7 high. That's not going to work. You got to get him down in the legs. You got to get him down in the thigh. The aiming point is the thigh. Try to take him on. He's too strong from the waist up.
2nd down, 4.
A different defense by the Indians. They're in tight. There he
Miranda
goes.
left side. He's got a hole. And he's tripped up down near the 21, where it's going to be close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. And they're going to call it a first down.
First down. Sean Barker made a nice tackle on that. He came flying across, hitting it.
So the Pioneers, after the Bartlett turnover, have it at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. 2.5 minutes left to go here, first period. We got a high score. Oliveira into the huddle late. He breaks out to the left. Gonzalez here to the right. Here's that traditional eye now with Miranda and Olivo. It's Miranda.
Oh!
Indians pick it up and they will take it over at the 15.
Boy, that's a good fumble recovery right there. And Miranda's doing all the carrying. He fumbled that one. Might have been the second time he put it on the ground. Nice turnover created by the Bartlett defense.
So the Indians will take it over on the turnover. Back-to-back turnovers here by each team. And with 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, the Indians will have it 1st and 10 at the 15.
See if the Indians can pull it out of here.
Barker out here to the left. Out of the pistol. Patterson. This time he's stopped.
Off tackle right. Didn't get there. Seems like both teams are having trouble handling a football. I don't know if it's the cold or what, but no gain right there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10.
We got good size in the line. We should be able to control that line of scrimmage.
It comes Backer out to the left again. Cologne out to the right. Keeper, 15, 20.
Good run. Good
Up there,
run.
the 24-yard line.
Quarterback Michael Carantang. I hope I pronounce it correct. If I don't, I apologize.
Yeah, Carantang
Yeah.
picked up about 9.
Nice keeper right there, right off tackle, off the fake ride. Good gain, good pickup. 3rd and shot.
Yep.
See if we can pick it up.
Carantang. He wants to take it himself. Hurdles a tackler. But he's going to be gang tackled. Falls forward and actually got back to the line of scrimmage. But he's going to be short.
Yeah. The issue with the shotgun from any position where the I formation behind the quarterback be right on the center, he's got 1 step to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
From there, even though he had 1 yard, he's got to go 4 yards to get that 1 yard. And they're going for it.
Absolutely. 4th and 1. And that's going to end the first quarter.
Yep.
We've completed 1 period of play here at the Memorial Athletic Field in Webster, and the score is the Bartlett High Indians 6 and the Southbridge High Pioneers 6. Good first quarter.
Exciting first quarter. Unfortunately, both teams are putting the ball on the ground. It's who's going to take advantage of it. We had a nice opening run by Patterson to open up the offense, 66-yard run. Taking over for the Southbridge Pioneers, Miranda had a good first period as well. But both teams making penalties, dropped the ball a couple of times, trying to settle into this pace. But both teams are playing very active football, good football. No arguing out there, taking the calls, getting right back into the line of scrimmage, getting into the huddle. It's all business by both teams out there, and that's what this game should be all about. Good, evenly matched teams.
So we'll switch sides as the sun peaks out here in Webster. A chilly morning, but a great morning for football out here.
Yep.
Field is in excellent condition once again. Webster Highway Department. Kevin Rakowski, who does a nice job with the field.
I want to give a plug, speaking of the field, those nice grandstands, school department budget put up by the boys from Bartlett High School, led by Tony Paranto and Alan Young, putting up the first stage of the new stands. It looks really good. Nice job, boys.
Patterson, that's dropped, doesn't matter. They're going to take it over on downs.
Yeah, that's that option ride.
And the Pioneers will have it at the Bartlett 22-yard line.
Knock it at the 22. First and 10 Southbridge.
So a tough set of downs there where they picked up 9 yards and had 2 downs to get the first, could not get it. And the Pioneers take over with great field position here early in the second period.
Well, that's one of the hazards of the zone read with the quarterback. Got to stuff it in there. If you're going to give it to him, you got to let him know. If not, pull it out and tuck it away.
Andrews drops the ball. Olivo still down, and he falls on it back at the 26.
Coming across the line of scrimmage was number 85 for the Indians, Emmanuel Pierre.
But that's going to be a loss of about 4.
Second and 14.
Which will give the Pioneers second down, second and 14 from the 26-yard line. So we have seen multiple dropped footballs here in this football game. And I'm sure that's going to be emphasized at halftime. Andrews fakes, wants to throw out in the flat, overthrew Miranda. He had him.
He had Miranda and he had 88 wide open. Defensive back took the little fake play action pass. Both receivers wide open. 88 was on a 10-yard line. And Miranda was right in the flat. You'll see that again. We got a break there. Break in this respect, that our defensive backs now know that he can throw the ball, so you got to be alert. Pass first, run second.
Double wideouts, I formation. Andrews surveys. 2 guys moving. That's going to be a penalty.
That is one.
And then we got another movement.
Yeah. 88 again.
Illegal procedure against
He called for his wideout
You get a 5-yard penalty.
to go in motion, and the wingback thought he was talking to him. They were both moving at the same time. Could have easily been called.
Yep.
And now we got a TO. Southbridge is going to call their third timeout here in the first half.
Yep.
11:07 left to go here in the first half. We're tied at 6.
Yeah. Getting back to those stands, deserve a lot of credit putting those stands together. I understand, again, Tony Paranto and Alan Young, the charts that they were using, probably had to go to MIT to get some help, but they really worked hard. They put it up in 4 or 5 days. And there's another section that the school department bought that's going to go on the other side. It's going to be shaping up here at the athletic field. And the grounds up here, always the great job by the groundskeeper, the parks department here, keeping this field in fantastic condition. Well, timeout again by the the Pioneers. Kuman Ellis has called 3, trying to get his team together.
19.
Up to the players now. It's up to the players from both squads to hold on to that football. You don't want to keep giving it back to the defense.
Out of the gun now. We got trips out to the right.
Yeah.
Looking over here for a screen. Miranda, 30, 25, tripped up.
Nice tackle, number 32. And
See where they mark it, boy.
and 51, number 32. I don't have 32. I know he's made a couple of plays. I'll get his name.
He got it. They got it down to the 21, which is close to the original line of scrimmage. We're going to call it 4th down and 9.
4.
Coach, who's 32? We don't have him in.
32. The DB, Joshua.
Okay.
Andrews looking deep. Got a man. Oh, a nice play. What a pick. What a pick
In the
by Ben Carantang.
What a nice play. Defensive back.
And they're going to say he was in the end zone for a touchback, and the Indians will take it over at the 20.
Outstanding play. Defensive back, running back, going after the ball at the high point, not waiting for it to come down, getting up to the high point, pulling it in. Nice interception. That makes a coach feel good.
So an outstanding defensive play.
What's our matchup?
By number
Ramirez.
25, Josh Ramirez.
Okay, we'll get his number corrected.
All right.
All right, 1st and 10 Indians. Carantang.
It's a keeper.
Keeper with room.
He's got room.
At the 30,
Nice
up to
run.
the 33-yard line where he picks up 13 and a 1st down.
I like him running the football. I like no handoffs back there. We're having trouble finding the handles on a handoff. Just keep running that football. That's good run. That's a good run by Michael.
That's the first down of the game for the Indians.
Okay.
8:50 left to go here. First half, we're tied at 6. But the Indians with some momentum after that goal line interception. They line it up with double wideouts.
Green with the center, getting ready to snap.
Keeper right up the gut. Shifty moves, trying to break it outside. Up near the 40-yard line. Over the 40 to the 42.
I like the way he's running the football, running it with his head, keeping that ball tucked away with the left hand that time, but no sightings of any air, daylight, no daylight at all. Good pickup by our quarterback, Michael Carantang.
They're going to mark him down at the 41, where it'll be 2nd down and 2. You're right, Ed. They might have found something here. Keep the ball in the hands of 11 right now and eliminate the errors by handing it off. Oh, a high snap. He's got a fall on it. It's still loose. And the Indians do fall on it back on the 22.
Recovered by Butler.
So the Indians were lucky to get that back.
Very lucky.
But a big loss back at the 22-yard line.
Back at the 22.
From the 41, that's a 19-yard loss.
Third.
It's going to be 3rd down now. From the 22, they got to get to the 43. So it's 3rd and 21. Carantang. Good Patterson in the backfield, a high snap, but he corrals it in, hands it off to Adjai, and he is just going to get a couple, and that's it.
4th down for the Indians.
They're just going to give him a yard. So it's going to be 4th down and about 20. And looks like the Indians will go in a punt formation. Patterson, I believe, is the long snapper. He'll be snapping Ibaka. Pioneers with number 11, Olivo, back at midfield to cover this punt. Good snap. Decent kick. Got some height.
Let it go.
Takes a nice Bartlett bounce across midfield, and they'll down it at the 47-yard line. And that's where the Pioneers will put it in play. 1st and 10, 6:37 left to go here in the first half. Bartlett 6, Southbridge 6.
Tough series. Tough series by the Indians. They had 2 nice runs by the quarterback. Then a high snap from center put them back about 15 yards. Mistakes out there by both clubs. Both clubs are having the turnover problems out there at 6-6. Seems like when one team gets the momentum, mistakes come up. So you got to stay on your toes. You got to play good defense here.
Miranda head down into Bartlett territory to about the 49-yard line.
You see, even on this level here, the second guy's in, always grabbing for the football. They get that from the Sunday games they're watching.
They're going to line right up. No huddle offense. Trips out here to the right. Over the middle, he's got a man, and he just overshoots him. Yeah. Big 87, Lucas Andrews.
Yeah, just a little bit. They're going to line it up again, same formation.
So the Pioneers now switch it up. Now they go no huddle.
Well, we got trips left, but we only got 2 people over there. Our safety has to. Somebody's got to need some help over there.
They throw a little screen, but it's incomplete.
Yeah.
They had numbers.
They did. They didn't complete it. 4th down. They're probably going to go for this.
See what happens. See, looks like they might be punting. Yep, they're going to go into punt formation, I believe.
Ben Carrington back deep. He's not very deep. Back up a few. I don't know if the scouting report says they can't kick it, but let's go.
Short end over end.
Head up, head up, head up. Get away from it.
It takes a Bartlett bounce.
All right.
And it's down at the 31, 32-yard line, and that's where the Indians will now put it in play with 5:56 left to go here in the first half.
I see on the sidelines former linebacker at Bartlett and Nichols College, Marine Paul Broda, made 24, a famous number at both institutions.
The new veterans agent.
Yep.
For the town of Webster. All right, double wide out. Carrington, he's going to keep it. Jitterbugging. He's grabbed, though, and then gang tackled.
2nd down, no fumble.
See where they mark the forward progress. I think he's going to get shortchanged on this.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to find out something where he can hand the ball off, because that's been a problem, or handing the ball off.
25.
Loss of 6. It's going to be 2nd down and 16 now. Clock running as we coming down to the 5-minute mark here of the first half. Backer out to the left. Got Cologne out here to the right. Long count. Going to hand it off to Patterson. Keeps his feet churning as he gets it up back near the original line of scrimmage.
I'm worried about that center again. All the snaps are high.
5.
Got to follow through. Head down, follow through on that center.
Yep.
Get your target, get down, look at the tiger, look at one of the knees, aim for the knee.
3rd and 10. After the 6-yard pickup by Patterson. See what we got in the bag here on 3rd and 10. Carantang takes the snap, gives it to Patterson again. Again, he keeps those feet moving, but it's 2 or 3 tough yards. Is not going to get it done here, and it's going to be 4th down and long.
Boy.
Fourth
4th down and 8. And with that, an official timeout. I guess they're giving, what are they giving? 4-minute warning?
I didn't know they could.
Yeah.
Okay, 4-minute warning, it is.
Clock showing 3:38 left to go here in the first half. Indians going to go for it? No, they're going to punt. Bacchus back in punt formation. Again, it's Olivo. He's back on his 40. Patterson, the snapper. Oh, he hauls it in. He's looking to throw. And it's going to be knocked down and incomplete. He had a couple of receivers in the vicinity. Not quite sure who it was intended for. But it's going to be the Pioneers taking it over on downs. 1st and 10 at the Bartlett 33-yard line.
On down.
Every series offensively is tough to execute out there today, but both clubs.
1st and 10.
So the Pioneers take it over with 3:11 to go here in the half. We got trips right, slot out here to the left. Watch out for Miranda way out here. Oh, he's going to throw it over the middle for the big tight end. And again, Indians with nice coverage.
Nice defense by Patterson and Ben Carantang.
Yep.
Both had the tight end, had no chance of catching that. Good defense. I'll tell you what's open when they ran that flood pass to the right, Southbridge. You haven't gone back to that yet. But that little rollout flood pass, we didn't defend it well. Drop back pass, we did. It's good field position.
Slot out there to the right.
Miranda back there with the quarterback. Hold on.
This is Olivo trying to turn the corner. And the Indians come up, make a nice play. Oh, but he breaks free, reverses direction. There's a block in the back.
Okay.
As he's going to go, but this is going to get called back.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. And Coach Kumanellis is
Not happy. Not happy.
emphasizing something over there that,
Olivo,
yeah,
who was stuffed on the corner here on a good defensive play by the Indians, but broke free, reversed direction, and had nothing but green grass.
yeah, it was obvious, blocking the back. Everybody's seen it.
In the back. Against Southbridge.
And what do we have? Oh, we got an injured Pioneer down here. Looks like a cramp. That's Miranda.
Yeah,
But he's going to have to come out of the game now.
yeah.
So the penalty is going to put it back to the 41. They need to get to the 23. So it's going to be 2nd down and 18 for the Pioneers. And Miranda's going to have to sit out at least one play here. We'll see how they line up.
2nd and 18.
this type of game, that coming back, those are kind of game breakers that occurs in these type of situations out there. You got to stay on your toes. You got to follow through every tackle.
This is Olivo.
Nice tackle.
Good job. Yeah, Indians are all.
That's big number 53. Hazadale Frimpong. He came. This is the third time he's come right across that line of scrimmage and made the tackle on the other side of the field. That's good hustle by the big guy out there.
Yep.
Way to go, 53.
Third down. 3rd and 18. And I don't see Miranda on the field, so he's still not checked back in. Out of the eye. Pitch to Olivo. Pursuit. Oh, and
There
the
he
big
is
guy
again. 53 again. He's coming across and he's smelling it now. Big guy's smelling it. Way to go, 53.
That's back at the 45, a loss of 4.
That's what the game is all about, coming across the line of scrimmage, making your presence known. Way to go.
It's going to be 4th down and a zip code here for the Pioneers. They
140.
got to get to the 23. So it's 4th and 22. They're going to fall into punt formation. Ben Carantang.
Watch out for the fake. Got to be alert for that. They're not very successful punting the ball.
All right, they
That's
get it
pretty
off.
good.
Kick. They're going to let it drop at the 15, and they'll down it at around the 12. So the Indians' defense holds after the turnover on downs there, and they get it back with 1:10 left to go in the half.
Deep in their territory, Ted. That means hold on to the football. That's what that means.
Yep. It's all about ball security.
Yep.
Okay. Indians line it up. Not expecting anything fancy here, but you never know. Patterson with a hole, with speed, up near the 30.
That's a nice hole. That's a nice hole. That's the way to hit it. Quick hitter. Quick hitter.
17 yards.
He almost broke that one.
29-yard line. First and 10.
Clock's running. No, clock stopped on the first down. Now they start.
Now it's running.
1 minute straight up left to go in a half.
Yeah, they stopped the clock, moved the chains. Chains are in place. Make sure of the football. Make sure of the football. Ooh, it's scaring me, that high.
Oh, the
Boy,
Pioneers are all over that keeper.
Yeah, well, that high snap throws everything off.
Loss on the play.
And we didn't get helmets on the right side that time. We didn't block. But when that quarterback has to go up in the air, it breaks the timing of the entire play.
Timeout Indians with 40 seconds left to go in the first half. It's going to be second down and about a dozen from the 27-yard line.
Just a little comment on the people, 2 winless teams out there, but there's a lot of people here today. It's a nice turnout. Got people in the stands, got people around the field over there.
Yeah.
It's a tribute to the game and a tribute to the kids coming out. You don't win a game, both teams, but both teams got they got the people that behind them that show a lot of faith and confidence in the teams and respect for both these football teams. Good to see the people here today.
Okay, following the Indian timeout, they line it up at the 27, second down, 12.
Let's see if we can get the snap down. Get it down.
Okay,
That's a good snap.
Good snap. A keeper,
No.
but not much there. And the Indians might be content with just letting this run out here. And the clock continues to run as we're heading down to 20 seconds, and they really don't even have to snap it should they choose.
Gonna let it
We're
run
gonna
out.
Let this run out. So that's going to end the first half of play here from the Memorial Athletic Field in Webster. The score is the Bartlett High Indians 6 and the Southbridge High Pioneers 6. A entertaining first half of football here on Turkey Day 2021.
Entertaining first play from line of scrimmage for the Indians. Mr. Agent number 24 right there. Veterans agent, well-respected player and individual, Paul Broder. Okay, we got the opening game with a 66-yarder by Bryce Patterson. Nothing after that, but we're moving the football well. Both teams having a tough time holding on to the football, Ted. Mistakes on both sides. And the Southbridge Pioneers, they had the nice run, nice series by Jonathan Miranda. He goes in and it ties the score. Both teams didn't make their two. Both teams going to go to the locker room. It's equal pay. Penalties, fumbles, and so forth. Kids are very anxious. They got to get it together. Come back and fire up for the second half.
They can't hear it. They can't hear it. That's as loud as it gets.
Take care of it.
Come on. Hey, we're on the air for the Bartlett show.
This is weird, huh? Without the bleachers.
Very weird. Yeah.
We are the Indians, the mighty, mighty Indians. Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them we are the Bartlett Indians. We are the Indians, tall and straight in our feathers and war paint. We're the men of the olden town. We'll come back from fighting here. We'll beat everyone fair and square. We're the men of the olden town. We are the Indians, feathers in our heads, make downward heads.
Thanks for coming.
Nice to see you. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Way to go.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, as we prepare to start the second half, quickly on the statistics. First, for the Southbridge High Pioneers, they rushed it 19 times for 102 yards. They were 2 for 8 passing for 18 yards. They fumbled it once and got intercepted once. 27 plays, 120 yards of offense. While for the Indians, they ran it 16 times for 98 yards. They were 0 for 1 passing. So they ran it 17 plays for 98 yards. Very evenly matched. on both sides. 6-6 is our score as we begin the second half of play here.
Nice kick. Jose Colon. He can go. He can go. Nice run back right at the 40. Nice field position for the Indians.
Yep.
Begin the second half drive. Let's go.
Let's go. Be nice to grab that lead quickly. Always good to play from ahead. So from the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
From near 40.
Indians line up. That's Sean Barker out to the left. Jose Colon out here to the right. Out of the gun. Michael Carantang. Look like he wants to throw. Does. Hits Ben. And he gets it across the 45 near the 47, 48-yard line.
Nice throw. Nice throw under duress by Michael.
So Carantang to Carantang.
Yep.
Is good for about 8.
8 of 8.
First completed pass of the morning for the Indians.
Got to keep the brother happy. Guys are working hard out there.
Second down, 2. They got a slot out there to the left. Barker and Patterson slot out here to the right.
I like this formation. I like it better than that 3-back formation.
Wants to throw. Looking for Patterson.
What a
Balls it
catch.
in at the 48. 40.
What a catch.
35, 30. He could go.
He could go. He's in there. What a great catch and run. Bryce Patterson.
52-yard touchdown. And the Indians take a 12-6 lead. Outstanding.
Bryce likes these opening series, I guess. Wow. What a throw. Picked it off the ground just about and turned it into a 6-point play. Excellent. See if we can get a deuce here.
All right, Indians will line up for 2. Same lineup, basically. He's going to keep it. Mike spins away, but no, can't get away. And the Pioneers stop. The 2-point conversion fails, but with 10:58 left to go in the third. The score now is the Bartlett High Indians 12, the Southbridge High Pioneers 6.
Nice catch and run by Bryce Patterson. Boy, when he's going down that sideline, he was tiptoeing on the sidelines like a ballet dancer. He didn't want to go out of bounds. He knew where it was. But that was excellent.
Yeah, it was well executed. Carantang put it right out there so he could get it.
Yep.
He did make a good catch.
It was a good throw. It was low, but it was good because he was closely guarded.
Gave him the opportunity to catch it.
Yep.
And that's all you want.
Way to go.
52 yards on the play. And the Indians take the lead early here in the second half. Patterson with both TDs. A 66-yard run and a 52-yard pass catch and run.
Yep.
Having a day. And the Indians will kick it off. Miranda and Olivo back deep for the Pioneers.
Kicking off for the Indians at 23.
Yep.
Sean Baca.
Yep.
Sean's a tough little player too. I like his style.
Low,
that's a good
hard kick. Oliver at the 19. Cross field 25. Turns it up 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And he's finally stopped in Bartlett territory. So a good return is going to give the Pioneers some decent field position here to start their second half on offense.
The old adage, CP, coaching point. On the kickoff, stay in your lanes.
Mark it at the Bartlett, 48 yards.
That was a nice run back.
Yep. So they'll mark it at the Indians' 48-yard line, 1st and 10. Indians now ahead 12-6, 10:45 left to go here in the third period. Pioneers split out Oliveira to the right. They're working out of the eye. And it's a second back. Olivo eludes a one tackle and gets it across the 45 to about the 44.
Addison in there on a tackle. Number 60, Jacob Greenwood on a tackle.
You know Coach Kumanellis is still going to stick to that power ground game.
Yep.
Loves that style. Second down, 5. This is Hernandez now split out here to the left with Oliveira to the right. Again out of the eye. First back is Miranda. Gets it inside the 40 to about the 38, and that's going to be good for a Pioneer first down.
Miranda. He has it first down.
He's one of those guys you can't grab and throw. You got to stay with him.
1st and 10, Pioneers, Bartlett 38. 9.5 minutes to go here, third period. Again, it's Miranda and Olivo behind Andrews. A quick pitch over the middle.
Oh,
I think
nice.
he might have caught it on a deflected pass. The big tight end, Lucas Andrews.
That's going to be
And they're
good.
going to call it a completion at the 35. Picked up 3 yards.
Gain of 3
He
with that.
blocked the pass. I thought it might have been 53.
2nd and 7.
As Adele Frimpong might have got his hand up.
Second
Okay.
down, 7 from the 35. Again, double wideouts, high formation. Ooh. The pitch to Olivo, trying to turn the corner.
He's got the
Follows
corner.
his block is 30. Flag down as he gets it inside the 25-yard line. But looks like this is coming back. We got a hold against the Pioneers.
Another hold.
Coach Kumanellis not going to be happy with his squad. A
Again.
couple of big plays, that would nullify.
Fortunate on those holdings. Maybe that's why he couldn't
Yeah.
get outside to contain. But he sure had the corner.
Coach shows his disappointment with the officiating crew. But they're going to mark it at the 35, where it'll be second down now, second and 8, second and 7.
2nd and 7.
It's easy to get frustrated, no question about it.
Out of the eye, Miranda, the quick hitter. The Indians try to corral him down at the 31-yard line. He picked up 4. It's going to be third down. Third and about 3 from the 31-yard line.
Mark it at the 31.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the third period. Indians lead by 6. Pioneers are driving. Andrews breaks the huddle. Sets him up. Gives it to Miranda, right side. Nice hole as he gets it inside the 25-yard line. And that's going to be good for a Pioneer first down.
Mark it at the 24-yard line.
First and 10, Pioneers.
Driving the ball.
They'll mark it at the 24. Pitch to Olivo. He's got the edge as he gets it to the 20 and keeps his feet going inside the 20 to about the 19.
Number 10 from Southbridge, number 10 from Bartlett. They got this thing going.
Yeah, I know.
And
Oh, yeah.
You gotta.
They're like 30 yards away from the play.
I know, but if you
they get their own game going.
you get involved in that, you're taking yourself out of the play.
Yeah.
You got to play the game, not the individual game.
Yep.
Takeaway is inside, and it might be a sweep coming up, and you're tangled up out here.
Second down, 5.
And
Right up the gut.
Miranda.
Miranda again. And he gets it down near the 12-yard line.
He has a first down.
That's going to be good for 7 more yards
Yeah,
and a
he's
first down.
Banging it out there.
3 first downs for the Pioneers on this drive. And they've got it at the Bartlett 12. 6.5 minutes to go here in the third. Pioneers trying to tie the game. And there's nothing fancy about what they're doing now. Miranda stuffed.
Good stop right there. Good stop.
Gain of 2.
Coach is on the field. Coach is on the field.
Has a gain of 2. Second and 8.
Second down and 8 from the 10. Substitutions now for the Pioneers. They're going heavy here. Big 87 checks in. Lucas Andrews. Gotta watch for him for that little quickie over the middle.
Power eye.
Yeah, here we go. Miranda behind blockers to the 5. It's going to be third down in about 2. See where they mark it. 3rd and 3. It'll be third and 3. Obviously 4 down territory. Indian defense being encouraged to dig in here. Need a play. Somebody needs to make a big stop here.
Yep.
Force them to a 4th down and 5. Power eye left. Miranda spins, and he gets down near the 1. Not in, but it's going to be a 1st and goal.
Yeah.
So the Pioneers will have it. 1st down and goal from the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1.
Line it up. Andrews, he's going to keep it.
It looked like a procedure penalty in
And
there.
he is, I don't see a signal.
This guy
Touchdown. Touchdown, Pioneers.
Andrews scores from 1 yard out.
Oh, no. No, he didn't get in.
No, didn't get. No.
He didn't get in.
It is a touchdown.
And now they will give Andrews the touchdown. 1-yard touchdown run. Blake Andrews ties the game up. And now the Pioneers 2-point conversion to take the lead.
Nobody's made it 2 yet. This could be it. Where this game is going, this could be it. Get the Miranda. No, fake that.
Looking to throw. He's got a man open. It's number 4 who hauls in the pass.
Yep.
Nieves. And the 2-point conversion is good. So with 4:01 left to go here in the third quarter, the score is the Pioneers 14 and the Indians 12.
Indians had no answer for that ground game, that rushing attempt by the Pioneers. They just put it together, just ground it out. Nothing fancy. Nice 2-point play action. threw the ball up, see if it was wide open. But, they really slugged it out in the trenches. They really came up big.
Yeah.
Miranda had a nice series, no question about it. Olivo, number 11, he did an excellent job. But, the quarterback, Blake Andrews, nice series by him as well. Kept it all together, no turnovers, and only one penalty on that drive, and it was a big one. Gave the Indians some life on a holding penalty where the Pioneers broke it for 25 yards, but they weren't stopped. They went right back to work and kept the ground game going. When ground game is going like that, that means you're getting beat in the trenches. Need some penetration. You're staying away from number 53 on the Bartlett side. They're not running to their right as much. They're going to the left, but we're not stopping it on that side.
Left-footed squib, picked up, Ajay, trying to turn it left, but a lot of east-west, no north. But he got it up across the 35. We'll mark it at the 36, 37, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Indians, now trailing 14-12.
1st and 10.
First time the Indians have trailed all day. Break the huddle. He'll do the double wide outs. Slot out here. Ben Carantang in a slot to the right. Michael gets the snap, throws it quickly out here. Complete. Cologne. 40. Jitterbugs. Head down. Inside the 45. Over the 45. To about the 47-yard line. And that's going to be good for about 11 yards and a first down.
Nice catch and run. No question about it. Jose Colon, he's got the goods. They can get the ball to him. Nice throw by Michael.
And with that, we've got a timeout. The Pioneers are going to call a timeout here with 3:42 left to go here in the third quarter.
Got to keep it all together. Keep it all together.
First timeout, second half.
Yeah.
Charge to the Pioneers as Coach Kuman Ellis wants to make sure his Pioneer defense is a big stop here. Get the ball back on offense for the Indians. I want to drive that ball down, mix it up. They got a good thing going here right now. They've shown they can pass.
Michael can throw the ball.
Yep.
He can throw the pass. I've seen him this year throw the pass.
And our kids can catch it and run it.
Yep.
So try to spread this Pioneer defense out.
Assistant coaches working for Bartlett on the sidelines, helping out Harden. Coach Harden is that. Eric Hageman, Thomas Lazansky, and Jesse Sutherland all pitching in to help the coach out. Okay, here we go.
1st and 10, Indians. Yep. Their own 47.
1st and 10.
Got Patterson and a slot out to the left with Baca. Second back through.
Just grabbing a shirt. Just grabbing a shirt. Tighten up those shirts. Neves got him. Now he had some daylight.
Ajay picked up 3. 2nd and 7 from midfield. Clock running as we're coming down to the 3-minute mark here, third period. Indians break. Cologne is out here. To the right. Baca to the left. Patterson's in the backfield now. Good snap. Keeper keeps it. Sideline. Good run. Out of bounds inside the 40.
Yeah, he gets a first down. It is. Nice run. Good speed on a corner. That's a way to play it.
Picked up 11. So the Indians with a couple of first downs here. Moving the football. They got it at the Pioneer 39-yard line. 1st and 10.
39 for Southbridge.
Bach is going to spread it out to the left. Cologne here to the right. Ajay in the backfield with Ben Carantang and a penalty.
Jesus, boy. Come on.
It was a sloppy game to begin with, but both teams seem to get a little bit more discipline in there. This is kind of the first penalty we've had in a bit. First one for the Indians in the second half. Pushes it back. It'll go to the 44.
I don't know. Let's break the huddle with some spirit. Jesus, boy, walk out to the line of scrimmage. We should be fired up and get to the line of scrimmage. Run up there.
And now another penalty. And another motion procedure. Back to back. So this drive is getting stalled.
Oh, this is not good football. Not good football. I don't know if they're confused about the plays. They're trying to kick somebody in motion, and he's not moving, or he doesn't know how to move. Just spread them out, go in a shotgun, and chuck it.
1st and 20. Michael fires it in the flat. Nice catch, Cologne. He's trying to reverse field. Breaks free and gets it inside the 40, down near the 37-yard line.
Come on, get back in the huddle. Let's go.
So they picked up the 10 yards they lost, plus a couple more.
Gain of 12.
And it's going to be 2nd and 8. So
all right. That's doable. That's doable.
got a nice chunk back there.
Yeah, he did an excellent job. Keeping his feet, catching the ball. Just keep it cool. Keep it cool. Keep the desire, but keep it cool.
Patterson finds a hole right up the gut inside the 30, down to the 25, where it'll be a first down for the Indians.
Nice blocking up front. He had a hole that time, and he took advantage of it. Hold on to the ball. Keep the legs driving. Nice run by Bryce.
With that, Bryce goes over 100 yards rushing on the day. I got him at 101 right now. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd period.
125 or so of the Pioneers coming out to the huddle. Get the play.
Looking, throws it out in the flat. Little spin by Ben, and he gets it back to the line of scrimmage, maybe.
Yeah, 87 made a nice play. We missed the block. That spot pass didn't come up with anything. I like to see it throw it down the field. This kid can throw it.
2nd down, 11. That could be the last play of the 3rd period. But they break the huddle. We'll see if they get it off. Indians hustle up to the line now. And a flag.
Got to be a
Another
procedure.
Yep.
Number 10. Come on. Keep your head together. Come on. And no.
So they'll push it back 5 yards. They'll move it to the 31-yard line. Start the clock, and that's going to end the period. We have completed 3 here. in the annual Turkey Day Classic from the Memorial Athletic Field in Webster with the score. The Southbridge High Pioneers 14 and the Bartlett High Indians 12. They're going to be a heck of a fourth quarter.
It should be a heck of a fourth quarter, but what is really disturbing is these procedure penalties. Seems like we're going good. Now with lack of discipline. You got to get settled, break out of the huddle. Don't walk up to the line of scrimmage. You get a good gain. Don't throw the ball around. Just get back to business. That's what it's all about. Help out your team by using your head. Southbridge had a nice drive on the ground. Defense couldn't stop them. But they're having a hard time stopping us, but we're stopping ourselves here. So he's got to take charge of that huddle.
Okay, fourth period action about to get underway. 12 minutes remaining in the 2021 annual Turkey Day Classic between the Indians and the Pioneers. Pioneers lead it by 2. Indians driving, looking to take the lead. They got a second down right now to start the fourth period. Second down and about 16 from the 31-yard line. Karantang wants to keep it. Jitterbugs turns, finds some room. 30 down to maybe the 27-yard line. Picked up about 4, but it's going to be third down and long. Third and about a dozen.
Yep.
And 12.
They've been pretty successful with Patterson on that little, I don't know if it's a counter, that little inside handoff.
Yeah, it's a quick trap.
Yep. He's going to line up in the slot, though, here. Or on a wing.
I'd like to see Ben Karen.
There's Ajay brought down at the 25, 26-yard line.
You're on a hash mark over here, and you're right into the short side the field sideline. You don't give him a chance to get out there.
Only picked up 2. Fourth down and 10. So it's a big fourth down play. Indians need 10 to keep this drive alive.
Flood pass to the right. Just let him roll to the right. He's got the speed. All you need is one block on a corner. Option pass or run. I hate this one.
Karantang
Right there.
straight back.
Two.
And he's going to run it. He's going to go for it at the 20, tiptoes down the sideline, but he stepped out of bounds at the 17. He's going to be short.
Oh, boy.
He needed to get to the 15.
Number 2, geez, Christopher Agee, nobody is open on the flat. As soon as he got the ball, he went out. Oh, he was wide open. Continue to run in the short side of the field. Oh.
They'll mark it at the 18, and the Pioneers will take it over on downs with 10:07 left to go here in the ball game.
And they got the running game to stop the clock, to keep that clock running.
First and 10, Southbridge from the 18-yard line.
All right, let's see if the Indians can hold them here.
We need it. Yeah, we need a stop. We need to get the ball back. Power I formation. The pitch to Olivo.
Tackle.
Got room across the 25. Up near the 26-yard line. We picked up about 8. And we got a timeout here, an injured Indian, I believe.
Yeah.
Back on.
All right, back in play here.
Better shake it off. We need him back in the field.
Yeah. Frimpong got a little nicked up. It's going to be second down. Second and one now for the Pioneers at the Bartlett 27-yard line.
Oh, it's the pass.
Miranda, oh, good hit.
Good hit.
Tripped up.
Went forward. Number 85 on a stop. That's Pierre.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not enough to stop him from getting the first down.
Nope.
First and 10 Pioneers. 9:15 left to go in the football game. They'll mark it at the 28. Indians need a stop. Miranda up to the 35, picked up 7.
Chewing it up.
And Frimpong back on the field.
Second and 3.
Be second down and about 3. Pioneers lined it up. They've been running this power I now for most of the second half. And Miranda, he's got the first down and more up to the 44-yard line.
Miranda has a first down.
And he's now over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And the Indians are going to have to call a timeout here. Need to get our defense in sync. Pioneers are not going to give this ball up. And I think they'd go for it on fourth down even from here
No question about it.
to keep the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the ground game. As soon as they got that 2 points, they can take the ball over. And when we had the ball offensively, too many procedures, too many penalties to keep it going.
8 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the contest. Indians right now going over what they need to do defensively to stop this running game of the Pioneers, who has come out here in the second half and pretty much control the football. Miranda now 112 yards on the ground, and they have been all tough yards.
He's turned the ball over twice, Miranda. I'm sure he's holding on to it tight. What's helped him back there was number 11. Miranda's not out there now.
Here's the pitch to Olivo. He's hitting the backfield and stopped. Back at the 41-yard line. A loss of 3.
Yeah, Miranda didn't stay on the sidelines very long.
Yeah,
Takes the tackle.
I didn't think he would.
No.
Loss of 3.
Come across that line of scrimmage, that's what... No matter who runs the ball, if you can control, get across that line of scrimmage.
Also,
Power eye right.
Yep.
Check that left. Miranda's deep. Coming to the right.
He's got it.
There it is.
Big hole. Gets it across the 45 to the 46. Picked up about 5.
Miranda on the tackle.
Or it's going to be third down.
Yeah.
Third and about 8.
Gotta stop him here. Gotta stop him.
We got 2 plays here. And with 7 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock running, these are a couple critical plays in this football game. Miranda Miranda left side hit. And a flag, a late flag.
On the carry.
Because he got it up near midfield.
Face mask. Shit. Sorry. Check the language.
Well, that hurts.
Yep.
Yeah,
Face mask.
that hurts.
He had you out of bounds on the sideline.
He threw it quick. It must have been. It must
They're
have
going to
been.
mark it
Yeah.
all the way down to the 39-yard line.
Mark it at the Bartlett 39.
First down.
Miranda with room, spins down to the 25-yard line, picked up 14. He's been the workhorse here in the
Mark it at the
football game.
This is a first down.
He's been a workhorse. He's like one of those linebackers with the football. He really looks for the contact, ability to explode into him. You really got to give him a good lick. Timeout by the officials. Clock is going to start running for the injury.
Yep, that was Baca that got nicked up and had
Yeah.
to come off.
Yeah.
Hopefully he won't be out there too long. First and 10, Pioneers at the Bartlett 25.
There's Miranda again.
Miranda again. Just following his blockers all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And Frimpong is down again.
Okay.
Okay, well, we are back in play here. We had a slight delay as they took Tri-Captain Frimpong off the field with an injured leg. So he won't be returning this morning. And right now the Indians in dire straits. They need to stop the Pioneers here from getting in the end zone.
Somebody got a hand on Jonathan Miranda, who's really controlled the tempo in the rushing game here this morning.
Yep.
It's been outstanding. And he hits like a linebacker with the football. He's a good player.
Second down, 7.
Got to hope for a turnover here.
From the 11-yard line. Miranda, there he goes.
He's in. Yep.
So the Pioneers on an 11-yard touchdown run by Miranda take a 20-12 lead. And for the Indians, their hope right now is to stop this extra point attempt and keep it a one-possession game.
Yep. It can happen. It's happened several times this year in football. Got to come up with a big play, a big stop. And like you said, Ted, it could be a one-possession game.
Yep.
But how do you stop number 7?
Well, that's their job. He's got it. Head down, and he's in.
Yep.
The 2-point conversion is successful. And with 6:32 left to go in the football game, the score now is Southbridge 22 and Bartlett 12.
Yep. Well, number 7 has had himself a morning, Jonathan Miranda.
Yeah.
Started very early on, and as you say, the power eye, which Coach Kumanelitz loves. He loves to ground and pound. And very early on, number 7 got our attention on the special teams, rushing the football, hitting. He only turned the ball over once. But he's been a total package here. And he got the job done here this morning. for the Pioneers. On the green and white side, Bryce Patterson has outstanding game as well. The Indians trail here by 10. Somebody can break it open.
All right, Indians back deep. Pioneers to kick it off. Short kick is going to be picked up by Patterson at the 33, trying to turn the corner with speed, and he gets it up to about the 44-yard line.
Nice run by Bryce. I got to tell you something. That young man has had himself a morning. There's no quitting. And number 35, come back from a major injury this year to play the last 3 games. Played with a lot of desire and really put it on display here today.
Okay, so for the Indians, we know what they need to do in the next 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Number one, they need to get on the board and leave themselves some time left to see if they can't get the ball back.
We're missing a tight end.
And he's got a man. Oh, just underthrown. Mike had been open.
Too bad. He's got a better arm than that. He just kind of tried to guide it to him. He was wide open. And Ben got to the line of scrimmage and he was like telling him, there's nobody on me.
All right. Still missing a tight end. Looking, scrambling, tripped up on his feet, trying to break to the sidelines, and he runs out of bounds, but the ball left his hand.
Yeah.
2 yards short of where he stepped out of bounds, so that keeper was good for about 3. Where it's going to be 3rd down and 7.
7-yard line. 3rd and 7.
Okay.
How many guys we got there?
11 out there now.
Okay.
It's a handoff. That's Ben Carantang. Gets it to the 49. It's going to be 4th down and 6. 4th down and 5 for the Indians. And with 4.5 minutes to go, they need this.
And so you line up in a spread formation.
Blitzing. Looking. Lobs it up to Ben. He's got it at the 40-yard line.
Nice catch. Nice lob right over the linebacker in front of him. Nice effort out there.
Picked up about a dozen.
Yeah.
And a 1st down to keep hope alive. 1st and 10, Indians at the 41, 4:19 left to go here in the football game. Carantang looking, he's got plenty of time. Now he's going to go, and he's going to be brought down.
He's got to heave it downfield. He can't. You got to heave it downfield. He had 2 receivers down there. And our guys can jump as well as anybody. Clock is running. Timeout.
4-minute warning.
Yeah, 4-minute warning
4-minute
is
warning.
being given right now. The ball is at the 38-yard line of Southbridge. Second down. Second and about 7. You're right, Ed. They need something downfield right now.
Yeah.
You know, they got
They should have
man-to-man
been right on.
coverage right here.
They call it 4-minute. They should have been on a line of scrimmage.
I mean, number 10 can catch it right here. He's looking for Patterson now, and
Intercepted.
is it? What's he going to call? A completion or an interception? Who's got it? He's saying the Pioneer ball.
Yeah.
Ball throws. Intercepted.
An interception at the 20-yard line
Yeah.
by the Pioneers, and they'll take it over with 3 minutes and 24 seconds to go.
Okay. See you, Coach. Yeah.
So the Pioneers right now, all they got to do is run out the clock. The Indians do have timeouts left. I believe they've got 4 and a penalty.
Penalty.
Procedure.
It's a procedure.
How about a fumble? How about a turnover here?
And Avansky.
Yeah.
We need a nice, warm Avansky turnover.
Yeah. For those in the know, back in the day, Vansky was a baker. And he made a lot of turnovers, and he also cooked a nice Easter ham. Two uncles brought in a ham one Easter. My uncle got mine, which was a nice one, and John Snapper got his. All right, here we go. And Avansky.
1st and 15.
That's Miranda.
Miranda to the 18.
15.
Call timeout.
Gain of 4. 2nd and 11.
Miranda's up to 162 yards on my stat sheet for the day. And a ton of carries. $28 carries this morning. Second down, a dozen. 2:40 left to go in the football game. Miranda slips and goes down
Miranda
at about the 22.
carries.
And the Indians call a quick timeout.
Timeout. Bartlett.
So it's going to be a 3rd down situation when time resumes. 2:29 left to go in the football game. Indians trail by 10. I still got the Indians with 3 timeouts left, so if we can stop them here, force them to punt, we'll still have a couple of minutes left to go to get it in the end zone. Andrews, Miranda, hit,
Miranda.
keeps his feet going, gets it across the 25 to about the 26. Now Coach Kumanelis will have to make a decision, and I think he's going to punt. He didn't hesitate, and a late flag.
Penalty flag for that.
And on 4th down, don't think this is the time to be getting chippy with penalties. We'll sort these flags out.
I got a pretty good suspicion it's going to be against us and
Yeah.
sportsmanlike on our number 10.
Personal foul, green, personal foul, white.
Okay, both ways.
Nullified, it's 4th down, and the
All right.
Pioneers are in a punt formation.
4th and 4.
And that stopped the clock.
But nobody rushes the punter.
Oh, good kick. And they're going to down it at the 41-yard line.
Down.
So the
Okay.
Indians are 59 yards away from trying to get in the end zone and keep this game alive. Two minutes and 9 seconds left to go. Indians need to pull out all the tricks.
Yep. Southbridge has had an answer for a lot of them, but we've had people open on the short passes.
1st and 10 from the 41.
I'd like to see Christopher Hadji get the ball right now. Now. Not there.
Got alone at the 47-yard line of Southbridge. Good for 11 yards.
Yeah.
He can catch the football.
Yeah.
He'll go get it.
That was good. He give it right back to the official. Always
You
every
gotta-
time.
Get it to him. He
Yeah.
can catch it. He can run. Poor Patterson. Fire it out there.
Here comes Miranda.
Looking out here. Pitches a jai. Nothing there. Trying to reverse. And he's gang tackle. Loses the football. But the Indians recover it.
Yeah.
And a quick timeout being called by the Indians.
Timeout. Wow. Gain of 2 on the last play. Second.
So with the Indian timeout, a minute 42 left. I have them with 2 left, but we need to get it downfield.
Got to get it downfield, Coach. Got to get it downfield.
Indians break the sideline. Colonna's out here to the left. Patterson's in the slot.
2nd and 8.
Ben Carantang to the right. Spread out. He's looking that way. Again, he throws it out here in the flat. And the Jai gets it inside the 40, but we do have a flag down here.
Agile on the reception.
See what this call is. The flag's lying on the line of scrimmage.
Hard to say.
They're going to wave it off.
That's where it belongs, in the pocket.
So, what do we got? We're going to move the stakes here.
4.
3rd down and about 4. Oh boy. Oh boy. Still loose. Pioneers got it. And they're running off. They're off to the races. That's Oliva. A 45-yard fumble return and touchdown.
45-yard fumble return.
Well, we've had several high snaps today, and that culminates what's been going on. Touchdown Southbridge on a fumble, recovery, run.
And right now we got an injured Pioneer
Yeah, we had two.
on the ground. And
Yeah,
okay, so following another lengthy timeout as a Southbridge High Pioneer player, Lucas Andrews, a big tight end, was helped off the field. Hopefully he's doing all right. And the Indians are looking to thwart this PAT as the Pioneers will attempt to kick the extra point here. Now leading in the game 28-12. And it's kind of botched off the snap. And the two-point conversion fails.
Yep.
Or the kick fails. So, with 1:15 left to go in the football game, the score now is the Pioneers 28 and the Indians 12.
Yeah, they were trailing by 10, but we fumbled the football, and Southbridge took advantage of it, ran it back into the end zone for about a 40-yard pickup recovery. But facts being the facts, the Pioneers just control the football game as far as their running game is concerned. And when they got ahead, they just kept pounding that football to Miranda.
Yeah.
We couldn't stop them. You know, we had outstanding efforts on our side, but Bryce Patterson had an excellent day. He rushed for over 100 yards. But you're going to be reading what Miranda carries and so forth. He's up to about, 170 now?
I had him at 169.
169?
Yep, about 30 carries, around 30 carries.
Yep. He was outstanding. Indians did their best, but just made too many mistakes, too many turnovers, too many procedure penalties that stopped a lot of drives, and just can't come into the Thanksgiving Day game making mistakes.
All right, on the kickoff, Ajay fielded it, but unfortunately his knee touched,
Yeah.
and A's blow the play dead
First and 10.
at the 30, on the 30-yard line, 29-yard line.
Mark it at the 29.
So for the Indians, disappointing outcome to this morning's game. No, they were looking forward to getting their first win, and of course a big victory over the Pioneers. But looks like the program's got a lot to look forward to. Ed, look at the roster, and you see a lot of youngsters out here, and the players that are coming back can play.
Yeah, you've got 11, 12, 13 underclassmen, some 8th graders, 9th graders. Number 10 and 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been going at it all morning.
yeah, we're going to show a little bit of class here. Get off the field.
Pioneers are playing like 30 yards off the ball.
Yeah.
Second and 10.
A minute 7 left. It's Cologne and Patterson out here to the left. And throws it out here, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
was intended for Dave Mercado, number 24.
Third and 10.
So it's going to set up a 3rd and 10 situation here with a minute straight up left to go in the game. Carantang looking downfield, fakes, spins away, fires, got a man, and it's knocked away. Good defensive effort by the Pioneers.
Nice breakup out there. Good play.
4th and 10.
4th and 10 for the Indians.
.51 seconds left. Indians need to get a first down or turn it back over to the Pioneers. Again, it's Cologne and Patterson out here to the left. Firing up there, Ben has got it. He hauls it in at the 43-yard line. Good for about 17 yards. The clock stops to move the chains. 46 seconds left. Indians are going to play this out.
Yep.
Right to the end.
42.
He has Cologne here, but he's looking the other way. And fires it. And Ben Carantang can just knock it away.
Yeah, he turned
to
into a
save it.
defensive back, so it wouldn't be intercepted.
.31 seconds left.
Second and 10.
And he's throwing for Cologne, but it's short hopped him. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10.
Well, the lady's singing.
27 seconds left. This looks like this is the side of field you want to go to. It's a wide side, a lot of room out here.
Yep.
And you got 2 pretty good athletes right here.
He's going the other way.
Yeah, he's looking for Ben again. Tipped up, and he's got it at the 40-yard line.
He should play basketball. Tony's going to get it.
17 more yards.
Well, that's quite a nice effort.
Carantang on the reception.
Yeah. Carantang to Carantang.
Yep.
They mark it at the 41 with 18.9 seconds left.
41.
Now he's looking for Cologne, but he overthrows him. Look out. Oh, knocked away. Almost picked off again.
Second and 10.
With 15 seconds left. Second down, 10. Now he's got running room. And he's knocked out of bounds inside the 30.
Mike Durante with the run.
Picked up about 10. And we've got 8.5 seconds left. Maybe time for one, maybe two more plays. They're going to run it. Trying to find some room. East and west. And that's going to end the ball game. And the 2021 annual Turkey Day Classic is history. And the Southbridge High Pioneers come from behind in the second half to defeat the Bartlett High Indians. The final score, Southbridge 28 and Bartlett 12.
Yeah, congratulations to Frank Kumanellis, coach of Southbridge. Had a game plan today, ground and pound from the power eye. His kids got it done offensively and defensively, but he had the big running back, number 7. Really played an outstanding game. For the Indians, Bryce Patterson, 2 real big plays. He really worked hard. The Indians were out there. They just made too many mistakes, and you hate to see it on Thanksgiving Day game. I don't know if it was nerves or what it was, but we just couldn't settle in. When we got the offensive going, we'd make a mistake. We'd fumble the ball, get procedure penalties, and so on and so forth. But hats off to the team out there, the Pioneers, and Frank Kumanellis. I think our program, we got about 14 kids coming back next year. Get in a weight room starting next. If you want to save football at Bartlett, get a commitment off-field, off-season, and work hard at it.
Trophy. And also at midfield.
And right now we'll just indicate the awards being handed out as the players will meet at midfield. No surprise that Jonathan Miranda got the MVP, 30 carries, 169 yards. And he carried the Pioneers on his back, particularly here in the second half, when they rebounded from a 12-6 deficit to win it 28-12. So that wraps things up here from the Memorial Athletic Field in Webster in the 102nd Annual Turkey Day Classic, with the final score, the Southbridge High Pioneers 28 and the Bartlett High Indians 12. For Nico on the camera, and for Ed Kunkel, this is Ted Avalos. Hope you enjoyed Bartlett High football. So long, everybody.